You want me to read this? The best of Gen X Talks live streams, one slice at a time. That was fucking stupid. So there you go. I said it. I wasn't supposed to whore myself out till later, but I got it out of the way now. Where are we? Okay, we passed total chaos. Gun control or parent control. We talked about that. Wow, Jason Bisnet. What an excuse for a serious alcoholic to drink. Sad. Jason Bisnet. He's judging me and our program here. All over the country, people play drinking games, football games. How many field goals? How many interceptions? How many fumbles? Everybody take a drink. There's parties that go on all the time where they play beer pong and they drink. But this Jason Bisnet is upset because I'm using this program, your comments, and our friendship with each other to raise a glass and drink. He's upset. Now, from Jason's probably his first time watching our program, he's decided one, this is an excuse to drink. He's decided two, I'm a serious alcoholic, and three, that I'm sad. This whole situation is sad. He must be one of the best psychologists out there because it normally takes people a very long time to determine such things like that. In fact, he's got to be super fucking smart because how could you diagnose me and all this from just watching for a few minutes? I mean, how good do you have to be? Normally that takes sessions and hours, and he did it in one live broadcast, probably just in the last 15 or 20 minutes, maybe even less. Jason, you are an amazing person. I don't fucking get it. And wow, an excuse for a serious alcoholic to drink sad. I In one sentence you dissected my entire life so clearly and so accurately and with such little reference. You barely even know me. This is great. I mean, you truly, Jason, you are an exceptional human being. How you come to these conclusions so easily and so quickly with so little information. You're probably a pure fucking genius. Or, there is one other possibility, Jason Biznet. You're a complete fucking moron who has no fucking clue to what he's talking about, and your head is so far up your ass, we will never hear the sound of it popping and coming out. You will now live there permanently, walking around town, straddling your own head up your ass like a complete dill hole. Now, it's one or the other. Complete psychiatrist genius or a complete fucking buffoon with his head up his ass. Huh. You know, unlike you, I'm probably not fit to decide. I'm probably not at your level of stewardship of the fine arts of psychiatric care and psychology and the discernments that go along with the plethora of awards that I'm sure are photocopied and nailed to the wall behind you. I guess I'll just have to let it stand there and you have to pass judgment on yourself. I can't do it for you. I'm sorry. I'm going to move on, but I think before I do, I think I'm going to learn how to click and ban Jason from the channel. And like that, he's gone. Can't change it. Brian, I always forget how many fives and 10 donations there are until I get to the notification. Any chance we can get the story of you getting kicked out of school? Brian. Jose, fuck, man. You just did a bottoms up. Yeah, say just kidding. Thank you. Because I can't keep the pace, man. This drinking game ain't funny anymore. Brian, okay, Gen X mom and I went to a private school in the foothills of Sun Valley, California. It's still there. It's a wonderful school. With most of the graduating class, a lot of the graduating class went from kindergarten all through 12th grade. Now imagine a small school, not Little House on the Prairie. We're all in some same fucking little building, but you go from kindergarten to 12th grade. You know everybody. I mean, you've been to all the birthday parties, you know where everybody lives. Your families are all friends. I mean, you know them. You don't go to school 13 years with the same people and not know who they are and everything about them, every mistake they made, every good thing they've done. We know. So it's a close knit community. It really is. And for the most part, wonderful, wonderful people. And the sage bottoms up. Nicholas Miller. Okay, hold on. So we'll skip over there. Nicholas, hold on. I'm in the middle of the goddamn story. You got to wait a second. So it's a private school. It's a Christian private school. And I got asked to leave twice. I don't think I'm going to tell you the story on why I had to leave the first time. Everybody's heard it before, but I'm going to bore everybody. If you've heard it before, this is where you go to the bathroom, grab a couple more beers, throw your old cans in the trash, put your dog out. Let me tell my story. Okay. But the second story on why I got kicked out was in 11th grade. And I don't think I've ever told anybody that story except maybe Gen X mom, but she was there. So 7th grade, we had a building they had built not too long ago. It was a PE lockers, girls and boys, and girls and boys, and it had showers in there, and you had offices, and the doors were on very opposite ends, and no confusion, no chance of getting in or looking over, none of that. It was very separate, and there was teachers and stuff, and you had to go through a few doors to get to the locker rooms. Nobody just running in and doing their shit. However, on the boys' side, we always had the towels. They would wash and dry the towels. And they had these big, huge gray carts. You put all the towels in, the hot towels, and you take them over to the girls' side and knock on the door, and you give them to the teacher, and the teacher takes them in. And I know on our side, when they wheel them around, they wheel them right to the edge of the big showers. So you're at the cart, you can see all the showers, and there's everybody from 7th graders to 12th graders taking showers. I figured that it was the same on the girls' side. I was in 7th grade, and I figured if I hid in the bottom of the cart and my buddies pushed me over there, as soon as I felt them passing out towels, I could just jump out, and I would see 25 or 30 high school girls taking a shower. I knew I'd get kicked out for that. It was totally going to be worth it. So my buddies put me in the bottom of it, and they wheeled me out, and I had my eyes closed, and I'm calculating, okay, I'm out this door. I'm out that door. Now I'm being wheeled along there. Now I'm going up the little curb thing there, and I'm going inside. I was calculating where I was. And then it stopped. I didn't hear anybody. I didn't hear anybody talking, but the cart just stopped. And this hand comes down through all the towels. Big, huge, 6'5" muscle black guy teacher there, Mr. Plaisance, grabs me with his whistle and holds my little scrawny white boy ass up. And I mean, my soul left me. Mr. Plaisance was a righteous cat, but he wasn't fucking around. And he wasn't going to let this happen. I don't know who ratted me out, but when he found out, he didn't send somebody to bring the cart back. That motherfucker took this into his own hands and yarded me out of that fucking thing. And I was asked to politely leave this private Christian school and not come back, which they did let me come back, but it took 3 years, and I was able to come back. But at that time, I thought I was dead. I'm glad all that happened to me was I got kicked out. Plaisance was such a strong dude. That guy could have fucking snapped my neck in a heartbeat. And he didn't. He was a cool cat. He handled things like he was supposed to. Righteous cat was at that school for a long time, went to a different school after that. I actually went to him. He was a mentor of Gen X mom. They were close friends. He was that cool of a guy. And I actually went to him and said, hey, I'm thinking about getting married to Gen X mom. Would you know, told him her name, of course. And he's like, no, because you're a complete fuck up and you're not doing that. And I had to actually bring her down there and go, could you tell him I'm not? And then she convinced him, and then he said yes, and I moved on. I had a list that I had to go through and ask. So there's the story on how I got kicked out of the private school the first time. I have never told the second story. I'm probably never going to tell the second story. I don't care how much you drink. I'm not telling you. So quit asking. But there you go. You asked what it was, and there it is.